Chapter 19, Episode 4, Line of Hypocrisy, 5. The next morning, I was almost out of supplies. Jung Hee-won stared at the convenience store bags as if she couldn't believe it. Oh my god, it's sold out. Yes. Really funny. Everyone was just watching and now? Nope, it wasn't just the marginalized group. The guests who came in the middle of the night weren't just members of the marginalized group. Kim Dok-si, you are making the worst choice. Among them was Chianino. You will regret this. More than half the food I had was taken by the mainstream group. Of course, they paid for the exact amount. Jung Hee-won was enraged after hearing the story. Wait a minute, then the mainstream group will just monopolize the food again. Something like that. No, what is this? Weren't you going to weaken the power of the mainstream group by promoting the transactions among the people? It was an unexpected insight. I responded with a bit of admiration. That's correct. That was the intent. I wanted people to move on voluntarily. Then why did you sell the food to the mainstream group? The situation won't change. It has changed. I have obtained coins. Huh? It was 1,400. It was. Huh? It was 1,450 coins. A huge income for one night. No. What is it, Dokshasi? Thinking? Sangasi, can we really trust this man? Nah. Okay, I messed up. Sorry. Okay. It has changed. I have obtained coins. Huh? It was 1,450 coins. A huge income for one night. No. What is Dokshasi thinking? Sangasi, can we really trust this man? Yusanga flinched as attention was suddenly turned to her, but then she smiled brightly. I believe in him. It was burdensome. Dokshasi, did you leave enough food for yourself? Nope, I stole it. Jung Hee-won's mouth fell open as if she was dumbfounded. At that time, someone poked my cheek. I turned my head and found a biscuit. Huh? You want me to eat it? The head moved cutely. I smiled, took the biscuit, and put it in the Gilyong's mouth. I'm okay. You eat it. Ah, I should tell you. Everyone, do you still have the food you ate yesterday? Yes, I have it. I have a bit left. Why, do you want to buy it back? I'll sell it. Jung Hee-won waved the biscuit in a playful manner. No, you should eat it now. Huh? Eat it all by today. You should do it now. I repeatedly stressed. Or you will regret it. Jung Hee-won cried out. Why? No, wait a minute. Sangasi, what are you doing now? Why are you listening to him? There is a reason why Dokshasi would say this. Yusanga smiled sweetly and opened a bag of biscuits. Lee Hyun-sung was confused but ate the food. Meanwhile, Lee Gil-young had eaten it the moment I spoke. He was a good listener. Well, I will leave one. I won't stop you. I shrugged at Jung Hee-won's words. It was up to her to regret it. At lunchtime, there was a major announcement from the mainstream group. Chion stood on a platform surrounded by people and said, "We will limit the food rations from today. The allocation is 3 biscuits per person," and people became irritated from the speech. People became irritated before the speech was over. What? 3 biscuits? How can we live on that? That's right. Don't the scouts get more food? Do you think we don't know? Despite being cursed at, Chianino just laughed calmly. Your words are correct. Yes, the scouts receive more rations. If you want more food, please apply to be a scout. Very few people have come back after applying to be a scout. The Jildo group members are the ones who always come back. Do you want us to die now? Chianino was nonchalant despite the violent reactions of the citizens. Those people were just unlucky. You know that it is terribly dangerous outside. Why don't you obtain food yourselves if you're dissatisfied? That mm, the people closed their mouths dumbly. If they if they went out now, they would die. Everyone knew this. Giannino wasn't finished. Ah, there is a way to get food without being a scout. What is it? A deal. We will be happy to exchange food for anything we determine to be valuable. Every person can give something. Every person can give something different. Isn't that right? Giannino's cold gaze caused people to tremble. It was mostly the people who came to me yesterday and bought food. Their character, Giannino, has activated the Insight Level 2 skill. Originally, I was going to do this, but yesterday Hypocrisy told me something nice. That's right. Everyone, is there anything free in this world? If you want food, you have to prove your worth. This is the way it is. Thank you for telling me something good, Hypocrisy. Look at this. At this moment, everyone's attention was focused on me. Their eyes were mostly filled with resentment. Because of that bastard. People wanted to be stupid, and Giannino had the insight skill. It was a skill that most good group leaders would have. But this way, the hostility would turn towards me again. I looked at the back of Giannino. It was a cute level. At least, compared to the people at Chungmiro and Soul Station. The people gathered in front of the podium were already trying to bargain. I will buy it with coins. How much do you want? 200 coins. Huh? But I don't have that many coins. Then go away. 200 coins for one piece of food? Even the Dokubi was likely to pass out. One of the 200 coins for one piece of food? Even the Dokubi was likely to pass out. One of the Childo group members selling food saw my look and trembled. He had a bandage around his thigh and seemed to be one of the guys I beat up yesterday. Did I ever say thanks? Did I ever say thank you for yesterday? A voice was heard. I suddenly turned my head and saw Jung Hyun standing nearby. I think I heard it. Still, I wanted to thank you again. I wanted to say something, but Jung Hyun's eyes were fixed on the injured Childo group members. The one with the injured leg, he was the one who tried to rape me yesterday. I see. Don't touch him because I will kill him myself. Understood? Her killing intent was impressive. Was she chosen by a sponsor, or was it a late-blooming attribute? The exclusive skill character list is activated. I was a little worried about using this skill. This woman would have died if I hadn't saved her. Would she be registered as a character? Character summary. Name, Jung Hee-won. Age, 27 years old. Sponsor, none. 3 constellations are currently showing interest in this person. Exclusive attributes. Crouching figure, general. Exclusive skills, demon slaying, level 1, kendo, level 1. Stigma, none. Overall stats, physique, level 4. Strength, level 4. Agility, level 7. Magic power, level 4. Overall evaluation, she is a crouching figure with an enormous potential. The attribute information isn't verified yet because the attribute hasn't blossomed. Fortunately, her information appeared. It was different from Yusanga and Legilia and Han Go. Was she originally not abandoned? By the way, she had a very interesting exclusive attribute. Crouching figure. It didn't seem big based on the name, but it was one of the few quote-unquote, super evolutionary attributes on Ways of Survival. Crouching figure was a general rated attribute, but it could reach a rare or legendary rating depending on the occasion. One of the 100 strongest people in Ways of Survival. The crazy butcher evolved from crouching figure. Jung Hee-won. Bleh. Jung Hee-won. I thought she was just a passing person, but I might have to consider taking her as a colleague. It would take a while to grow her demon slaying. It would take a while to grow her demon slaying skill, but this woman would become a powerful hitman if she was raised well. By the way, Dr. C. Dr. C is very calm. Calm? It might seem like that, I stated. I am familiar with situations like this in the novel. Huh? Does that make sense? Wait a minute. Where are you going? I didn't answer and descended from the platform. Jung Hee-won wanted to come with me, but I reached out a hand to stop her. It's okay. Jung Hee-won landed lightly below the platform. I walked along the railway tracks and looked at the tunnel to Yoksu station. It was pitch dark and the inside wasn't visible, but it smelled terrible. It was a bloody smell. You aren't going inside, are you? Jung Hee-won asked. Everyone who went that way has died. The thugs or anyone else. Everyone who goes inside will unconditionally die. Her words were wrong. Not everyone died. At least one person has already gone down this tunnel and moved on to the next station. We climbed onto the platform again. We had been gone for quite some time, but the line of people queued to trade food was still long. Some people who protested against the mainstream group were beaten up, and others paid unusual prices for food. Shortly after, Jung Hee-won saw a few young women from the marginalized group sneak into the back of a tarp, and she became furious. Really annoying. Did you see that? I saw it. Tianino had said it. Anything could be exchanged for food. But the girls who just entered weren't carrying anything. Jung Hee-won sprang to her feet. I can't just watch this. What will you do? Stop it. I have to tell them not to do it, no matter the circumstances. Then those women will starve. Are you just going to watch? Yes. I think you should just watch this time. What do you mean by that? I received Jung Hee-won's contemptuous gaze before saying, Jung Hee-won-si. Jung Hee-won-si stopped those women who won't. Jung Hee-won-si stopping those women won't solve the current problem. If you stop them now, something similar will occur later at night. Then I will stop them again. I'll stop it and stop it. Then what about their food? Among those who just entered the tarp, there is a mother with a child. If that child starves to death, will Jung Hee-won-si be responsible for the child's death? Jung Hee-won's eyes shook. She lowered her head as if to hide her expression. Then what can I do? The alternative... I looked at Jung Hee-won. With this, Jung Hee-won wouldn't do anything unexpected. She was a crouching figure with a demon slaying. Depending on how she acted, Jung Hee-won might evolve into an indiscriminate murderer. Jung Hee-won-si, the key to this problem is food. Isn't that right? That's right. Then we need to remove the cause of the problem. Huh? I looked at my watch instead of answering. It was time. Yes, he showed up. The air split apart and a familiar figure was revealed. Screaming came from everywhere. The nightmare of humanity that opened up this tragedy. How are you all doing? Haven't you been free for a while? The Dokkaebi. Ah! The people panicked at the appearance of the Dokkaebi. It was never a good thing when this guy showed up. Even Jung Hee-won, who was full of energy, flinched momentarily. By the way, it wasn't Byung. Originally, Byung was the Dokkaebi responsible for all nearby channels, but this was a different guy. Unlike the pure white fur of Byung, this Dokkaebi had black fur. My friend, who was originally in charge of this channel, is undergoing disciplinary action. So I am responsible for this scenario. The Dokkaebi's timid tone was very memorable. Then, everyone, don't you look very peaceful? That's Bion. That's Bion. He pretended to be pretentious only to set his level of scenario difficulty. What are you saying? Tell us what you want. Don't be angry, everyone. Anyway, I came for you guys. For us? Then give us food. Food? If you want food. After his words ended, the Dokubi moved his hands. A scenario penalty has been added. From now on, food stockpiling is limited. All existing stockpiled food has disappeared. Huh? What? The people with emergency food screamed, whether it was from the mainstream group or marginalized group. Everything that was called food floated in the air. Then everyone, you can't. You have to think about how to break the scenario. Sweet. The canned food, biscuits, and calorie bars, etc., everything. The emergency food gathered by the people were destroyed with one gesture from the Dokubi. The people's expressions became grim when they saw the food disappearing. You you want to eat? In any case, Earth Trash. His tone suddenly changed. I seem to remember his name. According to the original setting, there was one Dokubi like this. His tone was timid, but he was more cruel than any other Dokubi. In the distance, Chianino was watching me with confused eyes. Everyone, let's have fun from now on. It was followed by system messages. A scenario penalty has been added. The survival cost clause has been added. From now on, 100 coins will be deducted every night for the survival cost. If you can't pay the survival cost, you will die. The survival cost penalty will be maintained until the second main scenario is cleared. I laughed as I read the rising messages. Yes, now it was like ways of survival.